And welcome back, guys, to the LP of Southern Hidden Stroke 2. Hidden Stroke 2. With the USSR blind, as always, maybe a little bit not, who knows. And of course, the evilest of difficulties, which is medium actually, for the Hidden Stroke. That's the biggest difficulty it has. So yeah, let's continue on. I've noticed that I didn't read the briefing actually, the entire real briefing of the briefing of the briefing. Now I want him immediately to go here, then go here, and then people will die. These guys will immediately go here, these guys will immediately go here. Now we know the stuff is gonna happen, the evil stuff, the good stuff on a beautiful snowy day. People will die. That is a promise I shall comply with. Okay, you guys. Okay, we done that. Then we were awesome about this. We were so good. I'm just gonna blow immediately all this. And this time we will have more time to actually do stuff. To be evil about this, to be sexy like a panda. We shall do it. We shall do it, maybe. Maybe. The freaking truck is quite slow. It won't help me much when you think about it, but you know what? You know what? I don't know. Okay, again, I have a bunch of dudes here. I haven't used them. What the hell? I didn't even notice there are some people here. So yeah, the good stuff. What the fuck? Didn't I destroy every tree possible? Oh, come on, unbelievable, really? Okay, now it works. Jesus, I just lost a minute. Thank you very fucking much. Okay, that aside, the freaking description about this game will be found somewhere around somewhere. So yeah. Also, if you notice, certain trees, the tanks will go over, so you don't have to like avoid every single tree as per usual. So they will go just through the fucking thing. And yeah, you know, there are too many things to actually explain. But if you read the freaking article on the Strategy Informer that did for this game, you will find lots and lots of love for this. You get this submachine gunner who have destroyed the AT gun. That was Pack 40 if I'm not mistaken, because I'm not, just saying. I know the good stuff. I know the good stuff. Okay, go, go, go. We have 4 minutes to do this. 4 freaking minutes. Okay, all of you, go, go, go. You guys entered that house, you're entering that house. Okay, entered that other house. Okay, this one is my awesome mortar dude, which he will go with the other awesome mortar dudes. Which one do I have? I have some awesome flamethrowers. Oh god. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. Jesus, I'm just killing myself here. You don't need Germans for this. I'm killing myself. Oh man. Okay, so you could see that most of the stuff are not like in this position. There is a little bit here of the mines, and the rest of it is, well, around other things. Around other awesomer things. I just don't like that they actually stop to smoke a 1 or 2 because of this kind of crap. Come on, guys, do it faster, faster. Hopefully, again, that this video actually does its thing and actually works. Look at this. This is the only thing I hate that I have to actually babysit the shit out of them. So something is happening to the left side, and I have like this. Go over here. Nobody cares about the mines that far below. Go to the mines here. He will deal with the other mines. He will deal with the other left mines. Just do your job. For fuck's sake. So the Germans will be attacking very soon. I don't know if they're actually already attacking. I'm not seeing them. Not yet. They're not yet attacking. We'll put our soldiers wherever we can. Okay, this time we did it much better. Much grande, if you will. Mucho grande, that is. Mucho grande. Stop. 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 Thank you. Stop. Stop. They did say don't lose any vehicle. Stop, and that's where our general is, and there he is. Observer, and of course General Shukov. Okay, let's save. First and foremost, we do that, and then we are awesome. Save. Excellent. Now we put all our troops here into the defense of the motherland. Wow, they're not moving, are they? Okay. Let's move our guys here. Oh, he is blocking their way, of course. Okay. We have some B-810s in the background, as you can see in those big armored trucks. Well, not trucks, cars, actually. So there is a Panther here. Our dudes can't do crap against it, can they? Of course not. Ooh, we have a Tiger also. This ain't gonna be easy, that's for sure. But now that we actually have some support, we don't have to worry that much. Excellent. We have many 85 version of our awesomer tanks. Let's put our B-820 up there to actually can handle some stuff that comes from this area, because they will come from that area. Okay, let's get our soldiers up front for some vision, for some love. Pure love. Okay. Now we'll put our other stuff. Okay. That's my engineering vehicle. He's stuck a little bit, but that's okay. I can forgive for that stupidity. Whew. The last time I actually played, so I don't know if this is the patch working, but they already attacked us as soon as we actually started defusing the mines. So it was much more difficult. My tanks came to my rescue at the end of the day, so it was much more, as I said, difficult. It was much more interesting, I guess, now that I actually have the entire force. It's much more different. Just love when they get stuck like this. Okay. Okay, move, a little bit here, a little bit there. This is gonna be quite interesting. I'm expecting a huge attack from the enemy forces. They just love doing that, you know. It's one of those things they just love. Okay, we also have some IS-2s, as you can see, these big burly things. Get down. Get down. Okay, don't get down if you don't want to get down. Alright, get these guys up there. I don't think I need all these guys to actually defend this area. Their attack isn't supposed to be that big, but again, maybe patch, change something. I don't know. Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. Okay. Excellent. All in all, we have a bunch of eyes everywhere. Though this area is a little bit hard to see. So we'll put some soldiers there. As we have our BAs just holding this little area for in case they try to flank us. Okay, move. Move, and that's it. Now this is gonna be maybe a little bit tricky because I don't know if my guys are gonna get stuck on something, or maybe some lucky mine will fuck everything up for me. Especially because that's one vehicle we can't lose. This one at all. So we have the artillery observer. Let's see what he can actually do. Absolutely nothing. So let's just get him back into the freaking vehicle. And that's it. And so it begins. I guess it began a long time ago, but yeah. Let's give some love to the Germanoids. Okay, up. Excellent. If they even try to do something, they would get fucked. Strangely, they are supposed to be attacking by now in huge waves, but strangely they're not attacking, so this will make is actually much harder because they're not attacking. That's gonna be tough, because now I have to attack them first, and that's gonna be evil, true evil of the evilest things. So let's get this freaking vehicle where it's supposed to be back here for me to actually have a constant eye on him. Now some soldiers in the woods. Nothing yet. Okay, fall back. Maybe we can lure them at least. Nothing else. Yep. Maybe. Nope. It seems not. They have surrounded us, but they're not attacking at all. There is some crap here. That house, it would seem that it's full of something. Let me do this. See? Maybe that's why they didn't attack. They were scripted, of course. That's why they didn't attack at all, because they were scripted as hell. Okay, that's cool. Okay, that was a nice little thing that helped me get my reinforcements. So if we actually killed everyone in that part, we would actually be fucking around here and be very, very dead. I don't think those actually guys can actually shoot through all that, so this may be problematic. Oh, these guys can. I'm okay with that. We have some nice support from the sides. Nice. I like that. That just gives you a little bit of, you know, that feeling that you actually can ambush them also. So fuck you, Germans. You're all dead. Look at that. Look at that. Bunch of dead Germans. What are they gonna do against all of this? Now, of course, this was actually Sunstrike 1. We would be probably dead. We will lose huge amount of stuff here. Because we, even with the support of tanks, a huge amount of infantry would actually rule our day, because that's how the Sunstrike 1 is. You know, the infantry is much more tougher, and they would just reach your fucking tank and it would be dead in seconds. So yeah, that, I mean, I'm glad that that's actually changed, because now I don't have to fear the infantry in that way, you know, in a way that they will rush me with them and I would be dead. Let's put them here in center. I think that's the best way to actually do something. Excellent. So we thwarted their plans on the right side here. And we are fully supported. We have two B8-10s here, if I'm not, yeah, B8-10s with their 45mm guns. As you can see, they're quite a big guys. The B8-20 here that was is destroyed now, of course. And that was to be expected. Of course, we have the support of the IS-2 with his 122mm cannon, which is gonna be sexy like nobody's bitch. These guys up there so they don't bother my T-34. Let's stomp this crap so we can actually freely move our infantry without much problem. Oh, my full support. Okay, we seem that we have defended most of the stuff, so we are getting support on the bottom flank. Okay, so we got new stuff. So they're expecting us to do the whole front. From two sides, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna get back. Why are you going? Are you the awesome person? You're not a tank, you retard. You're not a freaking tank. What the hell are you doing? Honestly, like, what the hell are you doing? Okay, we have some B8-10s here. Only two actually. We have the M3 freaking transport vehicle. The land lease vehicle, if I'm not mistaken. This is the American thingy. But again, it might be a land lease. Who knows? So we have also a bunch of course, our awesome mortar dudes, which are gonna be quite useful here. Yep, you guys gonna be quite useful. Gonna come here. The sides. Okay, let's see what happened there. As long as they don't have a support from the tanks from this position, we can actually concentrate on going again on this little factory parts and attack from there, because at the moment here, if we try attacking them from the small roads, I think that will be probably destroyed because of this stuff here. As you can see, there are fences here. That probably means that there are German troops. There's a small town to the right. Yeah, small town to the right. I don't know what to do with that one, because as is, I can only attack them maybe with the infantry. But yeah, so I'm definitely thinking, of course, from the middle, attacking them exactly in the middle. I think there is much more open space. Though I'm bullshitting, left side is much more open. So I'm gonna definitely do probably a two-front attack, middle and the left flank. But the left flank doesn't have much in terms of tanks. Actually, doesn't have anything except those B8-10s. So I don't want to risk these guys yet. I'm gonna keep them where they are in their positions. I'm gonna just a little bit move them up there so they have like a little bit cover. We also have a bunch of officers that will be useful as per usual to actually watch the area. Let's spread these guys up left and right. We have the anti-tank infantries, of course, excellent, so we can actually do some damage onto the tanks if need be, though that will probably be unnecessary because they will die immediately. Anyway, the soldiers it is, so yeah. So let's see how this game behaves when you actually want to do much more stronger force attack. What I've noticed is actually without any kind of support and without any kind of officer, it will be much difficult for you than for the enemy. Yet again, they have a vision cone much larger than us because they're awesomer than me. Okay, we have a support on the entire front. On the entire front. So we shall actually do a two-stage attack. We'll definitely do something about that because now we can, and that's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be just awesome. I'm not gonna concentrate in the middle, of course, here. Actually, I will. Yes. This is gonna be good. It has a lot of open grounds, but I wanna definitely have a cover from with the soldiers. Some kind of cover for my tanks first, because again, soldiers are the mainstay of any army and they are the main thing that is going to defend most of the stuff, and going to be, of course, the meat shield. And still see a lot of stuff out there. Of course, we have again American trucks here, GMC, the Big Mac thingy, I think it's called Big Mac, big something. I don't care. Who cares? Nobody gives a crap about the American stuff anyway. So yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna actually do a nice front. We have like two fronts open here. Like the left one, I definitely think is gonna be the easier one, being the more opened, and for me, of course, much more varied in terms of what I can do. Because again, I can make line after a line after a line, and actually just do that. Of course, this front is definitely not gonna go to the right side. We're gonna go through the middle. Retake, of course, this, and just have like how should I say, a line. Okay, let's go like this. The line's gonna be this, and then of course we're gonna move the left line first. We're gonna try get more stuff open like that line like this, and then move this side, and then just make a freaking, how should I say, the horseshoe, so to speak. But they're having something cool. They're having to transport some stuff out there because they're evil. So yeah, definitely thinking of that. Now that I actually have a support of the tanks, I don't have to rejoin or just go left and right with my awesome stuff that I have here. I'm gonna abandon these positions and just be awesome about that. So definitely we're gonna be moving our units there. First, I'm gonna actually reposition my troops, reposition my tanks, do the good stuff. The good fight has to begin somewhere, so we're gonna, of course, it will begin with preparations, with good preparations. Not all tanks are gonna go here. We also have some KV-1s, it would seem, or KV-44s, KV-85s actually. Sorry, T-44s, not KV-44s, T-44s, and we're having T-44s here. I'm not seeing T-44s. No T-44s, it would seem, but we have a bunch of IS-2, and we of course have KV-85. It's always good to have a KV. I love KV, my favorite tank. Any version is good enough. I'm not very familiar with the 85 version, except of course 85mm on it. So you have like the first heavy tank with 85mm on it, I'm presuming. So all in all, there's gonna be a lot of dead people here. It's called the tank battle of Voluben. It's called, the mission is called. So I haven't read the freaking thing. Let's read. Russian campaign. That's how I'm gonna of course read. I forgot reading this crap. I'm gonna read. Why not? So Russian campaign part 1. There's 7 missions for this, and most of the missions, like first 3 missions, are just your missions, regular missions, but the later part of missions are like all Battle for Berlin. So they're like, like huge amount of missions just for Berlin, including the last one. So this is a tank battle for Luben, 1945. So now that our Red Army has invaded East Prussia and is advancing toward Berlin across a broad front, part of our force are stationed in the area of Luben, Golitza. Anyway, target of our 3rd Guards Tank Army will be Luben. Our attack on Luben will begin during the night of 17 February 1945. Later, the 50th Guard Tank Brigade and the 23rd Guards Motorized Rifle Brigade will also join in. We have seen, of course, the Motorized Rifle to the left, the Tank Brigade in the middle. So, Luben will be defended by the remains of the 6th Volksgrenadier Division under the leadership of General Major Blücher. This division, formerly of the 6th Infantry Division, was almost completely destroyed on 15 January 1945 in the battles for the Varka bridgehead on the Vistula. The rest, without heavy weapons, fought their way to the area around Luben and were able to dig themselves in. Together with the forces of the battle commander Major Tushki, this battle group was reinforced by the Nehring tank group, which however now possesses only a small part of its target strength. Comrades, it will not be an easy assignment because the enemy has its back to the wall and appears to be fiercely determined. The mission will be won when we have conquered Luben and Colonel General Rybalko, General Zhukov, has occupied the airfield to the north. And now give it your best, Comrade Colonel General. And of course, who made the friggin' thing? So script and designed by Krupp for Hidden Stroke. Appendix: in the game, the Colonel Rybalko will be represented by General Zhukov. And that's it. Whew. That's a lot of reading. I was expecting much more fighting in this one, but it would seem they didn't want to attack us. I remember the left side was being attacked by a huge amount of stuff, but this time around, nothing. I guess we thwarted their plans by a huge margin. So, okay, 85 versions, like a bunch of them. Okay, now most of our stuff is back where it's supposed to be. Yep, okay. Leave no man behind. Here they go. Here they go. I can see one German soldier there somewhere. Onto the left side. The left side at the moment is quite fragile for us because it doesn't yet has the huge support of the tank force, because I haven't, of course, set up the thing yet. But again, definitely gonna do that like a freaking line, pure freaking line of things. Go slowly, move slowly, because I'm yet unsure where the artillery pieces are. If they have artillery pieces, it has to be known. So for us to actually do this correctly, we need to know stuff. I think it's always good to have like the back of the tank free of any soldiers so they can fall back if need be, especially of course if you don't want to lose the IS-2 or anything in that matter. So yeah. Now what to expect exactly in this mission, I have no idea. If it's called Tank Battle for Luben, I'm expecting a huge amount of tanks. From my side as we see it, of course, and from their side as we haven't seen yet. So that's gonna be scary because we have seen one Tiger and Panther, and that alone can kill lots of stuff. We know that, the Tiger reputation, and I don't know exactly, the feel of the Tiger in the Hidden Stroke 2, but from what I have seen, you're fucked. But again, it's a Tiger, open fields and Tiger. But again, we have like a huge amount of IS-2s which have 122mm. You would expect that 122mm would fucking ruin the Tiger. Maybe not the armor, but at least damage him really good. Look at that freaking thing on him. Look at that thing. It's a huge tank, so yeah. Of course, maybe the M3 will do the job. Maybe it will actually destroy the Tiger. M3 is one of the best fucking tanks ever. As you can see here, it's not a tank, of course. Just kidding. If you actually took that serious, you should shoot yourself in the snow. Maybe on Christmas Eve. Anyhow. Now, I don't like having men on this stuff, even though it actually helps the tank's vision. Because we now have a huge amount of units anyway. It's unnecessary to have these guys, and they will die if just being hit once by a tank. Now, what I also noticed that we do not have many officers, if at all. So that's also is quite a big problem for me. I'm used to using huge amount of officers. Only we have like 2 officers, as far as I've seen here. So, you know, like that's just sad. But that's okay. We have like 2 huge lines, and on this part, which I'm gonna use, you know, well, 2 wings, if you will. This wing, which will attack the right side, and left wing, which is gonna get through this little forest here. We'll, of course, surround the town, and that's it. We surround the town. We find what the fuck we can find this town. Secure this area, because we can see that they will probably have the heavy defense in these positions. We have no artillery support of any kind at the moment, so I'm presuming we won't be having any artillery support of any kind in any moment to the entire fucking mission, but we'll see. I don't know what's gonna happen. We may have some kind of support from the air. I would expect something from the air, being the 1945, and I'm not expecting much from their air. At the end of the day, it's 1945. They ain't supposed to have much of anything in the air, so yeah. Okay, now finding again the freaking, where the fuck are my officers now? What the hell am I doing? I forgot that I moved my officer left and right, but I have no idea where the fuck they are. Alright, you can't even see them that well, to be honest. I just fucking targeted them the whole thing. Okay, these guys are not officers, that's for sure. So, officer, where are you, officer? Okay, that's one officer. The second officer, let's do it like this. Control key. One is officer. Excellent. Okay. So what do we see? We see absolutely nothing. Okay. Next officer. Now, this be it tense. I want to try and save as much as I can, as actually I'm not doing in most of my stuff, because again, the difference is quite huge between the games and the Soundstrike. You know, this, as I said, is much of a glassy-like stuff, so you have to be very, very careful, and hopefully always retreat most of your stuff if you can, and always be there if you can. Of course, it's impossible sometimes, and it's understandable. So yeah. But if you can, I will try to, you know, see to actually have many tanks for the Luban attack alone. So, you know, and of course infantry, because without infantry this will be even harder. Okay, this dude is much screwed. Actually, I'm gonna leave this, like, these 2 guys here. I want to secure this little part, you know, because it would seem that this is a good placement for the 80 guns. So maybe they have some 80 guns, or maybe even ammunition for us. So I'm gonna do this. Spread out. Of course, these are all T-3485 versions, but they have Panther and a Tiger. So I do have like these 2. I'm gonna be moving them here also. I want to be sure as the moment I actually attack this stuff, and because of course I have a huge amount of tanks, in the end of the day I really don't have to worry about that, but I want to attack them from the left and attack them from the right, because we know that there's a Tiger in this position, a Panther in this position. Maybe I haven't seen them for a while. We should have left some soldiers on not firing mode, so we can actually know where they are. We always have the vision, as long as they do not try to enter that house. But as we have of course lost that part and we lost that momentum, we're gonna actually just do the old style kick and grab. So it's gonna be hard, that's for sure, but I'm not that, like, you know, because as I said, they were supposed to attack my right flank, this entire area here, with everything they got, but they're not. They didn't, that is. So I'm expecting that that huge amount of stuff that is still in the forest and all that will be attacking as soon as I actually start moving, which will make my thing even harder to achieve. So yeah, preparations, I guess, you know, that this is all about preparations, and I want to of course use my freaking awesome IS-2 from the sides, you know. I want them from the sides, so I can actually, but I'm afraid of this left side at the moment because I do not know what is going on there. So I'm gonna use this one T-34 here, and I'm gonna put two to the left. Okay. I'm gonna use one of these guys to see what the hell is going on there to the left flank. We have soldier support and we have of course tank support. So why not add one B810 just for the laughs? I'm gonna actually bring my grenade launcher, even though they're quite useless from time to time if they have no vision, or of course if they do not have a freaking thingy for the thingies. I can hear movement, and we may have stirred up the hive. Okay, at least they're not attacking us yet. Okay, this is where I'm gonna end the video. All best to you guys. All best to you.